Hey guys, welcome back to Forma Therapy. My name is PD, and today we're checking out the Pinball music video from RESCENE. Guys, my expectations are incredibly high going into this video. Why? Well, one, I did a listening party for this album. It's going to be out on my Patreon this week, but I loved this album. Na, 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 na. This is such a catchy song. This was my favorite song on the album. Love Attack is my favorite girl group title track of the year. No joke. And so there's already that hype. And then I just did a reaction for the New World music video, and it blew my expectations out of the water. And so that was for just a dreamy, slow churning B-side. And so for a catchy song like Pinball, which some of my patrons have actually told me that it's also considered a second title track for this album, which means I feel like this music video is going to go even harder. So looking forward to checking it out. Let's just go. What the heck?
나만 보면 맘이 떨려 들키기 싫어 훅 멀어져도 아마야만 심장이 떨려 아슬아슬 시작.
What is going on with this lone spinning chair? Such a vibe though. That shot was really interesting. It was like she was in an aquarium. Whoa. 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 Oh, their framing is so awesome. That is such a strange shot. Are those shells? Oh my god. Even an outdoor scene? Ooh. Is this the same director? Oh. What the fuck? Whoa. Wow. 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 Oh my god. I feel like that music video I feel like was a lesson in fantastic budget and indie filmmaking. Oh my god, that was so good. This music video, it definitely feels like with Love Attack that's where they poured a lot of their money and resources into just making it look like the K-pop music video and having that stylish K-pop polish. And with New World and now Pinball, they have a bit more of a slightly lower budget indie filmmaking vibe to it, but it doesn't feel any lesser. In fact, in many ways, I think they're better. Now, that might be just more of the artist in me that is drawn by the creative, like the creativity of both of these videos. I was more very fascinated by the creativity that went into just the effort they went into making a pretty casual travel diary music video for New World. But Pinball as a second title track music video without being able to pour the same amount of money into that music video as they did with Love Attack, they create, I think, a music video that is just as good, if not better. And I think I'm getting such interesting feelings and emotions that remind me kind of like a little bit of the experimental and strange kitschy nature that you would see in maybe like an older Red Velvet music video. It's very strange. There's a sort of uncanniness to some of these setup scenes. It's got a very artistic vibe. Sort of, I don't know if this falls under surrealism or what kind of art, but it's. I definitely did not study art in college. I didn't go to college, but it's one of those strange artistic expressions that I was very personally moved by this entire video. And the setups are so simple. And the setups I can tell is just, it's less of a budget than Love Attack, but it's somehow more. See, Love Attack's music video aesthetic is relatively simple if you think about it. They don't do anything ambitious in terms of visual elements like this video. And I think that's smarter. You know, mainly with Love Attack, you want the song to speak for itself. And the song is honestly so overwhelming. That chorus is so overwhelming and overpowering. If you had a music video that was just as strange and uncanny as this one, I don't know if Love Attack would be as digestible. I think the visual elements might detract, honestly, from the song. And so I think this much more simple, palatable nature of the music video for Love Attack, they invested their money more towards really great lighting, especially towards that end scene, you know, renting a street in downtown, as well as shooting at the beach, the lighting and possibly the permitting for that. They had like a rig, a crane shot in one of the rooftop scenes. So a lot of more practical, like a lot of the money went into like the practical elements for the Love Attack video. Here, I do think like it was less of a budget, and I think that it is so much more interesting because of it. And I think I'm so surprised by how much creativity and fun this video is, and how much freedom the director clearly had to play with this video. And there's no credits on this one. Let me check the description real quick. Okay, so the description doesn't have who directed this music video, but I am inclined to think that it is the same director as the New World music video, because both of them have I think very similar color grading aesthetic, as well as just a very creative idea, and just a lot of very clearly well thought out shots. So we'll get into that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and rewatch this video. Even that opening shot. So there is something to be said within art about not seeing people and seeing objects in and of itself, how that can trigger emotion. And so this dun, 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 this synth, this spinning synth shot, and the way they show this empty chair spinning, it kind of puts you in like this weird ambiguous mood. And then this is that a light outside, or is that literally the sun? That is hard to gauge. But this silhouette shot of the foot kicking the ping pong ball. Also, as it zooms out, also kind of gauges a very ambiguous feeling. And then even cutting back to the empty chair. Wow. That is such a great shot. So, two things that are great about this. This, obviously, there's some kind of tank in front of her that they set up with like these wilted flowers in it. You know, the song has a bit of a bittersweet feeling to it. And so all these like very solemn shots, as well as like these torn up flowers, I think definitely play on that feeling. But one, light refracts, like when you're at the bottom of the ocean and you look up at the sun coming through the water, light refracts across the water, and so you see it like trickling across the surface. And they're emulating that here with a light above her, and they're just moving her. They just move it above her so it looks like the water refracting. But also, they do it on the vocal part. Like they specifically, if you notice, they cut to the shot and it holds, and you don't actually see the light move across until you hear the That's awesome. Just, oh my God. Even that shot is so very eerie. It's just, they do a great job in this music video of having these really, I think, eerie, almost uncanny, unsettling setup shots that I think make for a really artistic music video. This is one of them. Oh, it's fantastic. So I really like this one. Not just because that's really cool what they do right there, but it's the sequence of effects that this director creates with the momentum and the energy in this video. So we'll get back to that in a little bit. But this shot, I love this. This is actually one of my favorite shots. I could have this as a whole painting in my house. Like not even a painting, like a framed photograph in my house. There's something so cool and very like artistic about seeing this locked off shot, the slow framing, her hair like completely spilled to the floor, and even the upside down nature of it. There's something so cool about it. It looks like something like the framing plays a big role in this video. The framing looks like a photograph you would see in a museum, in a gallery. And I think that's an approach that this director had a lot with this music video that I really, really enjoy. But we're going to keep playing and then we'll go back. Also love this shot. Love this shot as well. Her being surrounded by the book. So a lot of just great artistic, I don't even want to say cinematic framing. This is artistic framing. Like I love this shot. God. Because these are not, this is not how you often frame movies, music videos. No, it's all plays into just like a much more, I don't know if surrealism is necessarily the right word, but it definitely evokes a very strange, I think, nature seeing these shots. But then we get into this, the chorus. So what's great about now going back to this first dance part that we see. So this dance part is not even about showing off the dance. That's another great part of this, is that this section is only thrown in here to manipulate the momentum and the energy of the direction of this video. So what you're getting is you get this very strange locked off shot, getting this very eerie moment with the members. So it's a very 808 heavy, do, do, do. And then the vocal part, da, 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 da. You can literally see them doing this on screen, right? It's a very visually active scene from the way that the camera pans up from Minami and then pulling out. Oh, not even pulling out, just the direct cut. Da, da, da. So there's a lot of just physical movement you see on scene. And then it hard cuts to just the still frame and then pulling and just pulling back and just her reading this book. And it cuts to the sequence of just like these very still, like very still life photos. Sorry, photos, frames. Yeah, they look like they could pass as photos, but it suddenly slows down. So when you listen to it as well, it's the moment in the song where it's very 808 heavy, just like ba 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 ba, and then the song slows down too. Sorry. So it slows down, and it's playing with your emotions when it does that. But then when we get back to the chorus, it's energy again. But it's also the catchiest part. So one thing that they also do, they don't just initially, this part is still smoother. And so Minami's parts right here, all of the camera movement is very slow panning, cut, and then a smooth movement out, right? So there's a lot of smoothness right there. But then because it's the drop, they give it that handheld look to give it that extra oomph, that extra energy, so it looks more exciting. So when you see it, you see the bounce in the camera, and it feels like it's bouncing with the girls. That's excellent. I think also the incorporation of some of these other other angle shots are really great. Like this above angle shot right here is pretty great. So another just strange, like artistic framing, as well as just, again, it looks like something you would see in a picture, a photograph. Just the snail shells, or are these just beach shells? I can't. They're probably not snail shells. That'd be weird. So just these shells on her face as she's remaining completely still and only moving her mouth creates a very strange feeling. So this is the part I was waiting for. So a lot of these shots are so pre-planned, and it's why it makes me think that it's the exact same director as the other one. It's just so creative, as well as this low angle shot that we get right here too. Just, it's so fun, it's so dynamic, and it's not overused either. They just use it for moments of impact, which is really, really great. And so we're brought to this outdoor scene, which, man, if this was any music video, it would be so strange. It would be so weird to look at, right? Because look at their outfits. It does not fit with the setting of this backdrop, right? But with everything they've set up until this point, with all of these strange, surreal moments, it no longer is just a K-pop music video. It's an artistic direction with, honestly, a rather almost David Lynch-esque, just strange assortment of visuals that is meant to evoke like that feels so strange, maybe even odd, maybe even wrong in some ways. Just like, that doesn't belong there, you know? Like, she's not supposed to be sitting in a chair upside down, you know? And things like that creates, then, I think, this moment when you see this scene, I really feel like this scene only enhances the music video. This outfit dancing against this backdrop. And honestly, even just shooting in this setting, this outdoor setting, I think is pretty ambitious, because it's not a pretty looking setting. It's not an aesthetically pleasing setting. You look at New World and you look at the outdoor shots they have, even like when they're shooting in like a neighborhood, at least it looks more visually interesting. This is the desert, right? It's just like whatever. In fact, shooting in the desert, I think, requires so much more creative ideas to make that shit work. And you need creative direction, or you need creative shot design. Like if you think about a desert music video that I think looks very, very beautiful and gives off a very emotional, artistic vibe is 17's 울고 싶지 않아, Don't Wanna Cry. It starts off with a running desert shot. And a lot of those shots in that music video are so very clearly, distinctly, artistically framed. And so for them, they don't necessarily do the dance stuff in an artistic framing. They do the artistic framing in the interior stuff, but they do the dance stuff here. And I think it just creates a visual surreal shock when you see them dancing in these outfits. And I think it looks way cooler and just way stranger because of it in the best way possible. God, the shot of this, it just feels like they got a lot of just like, they threw a lot of just strange, interesting ideas at the wall and just shot them, like the water droplet on the face, her just like blocking against the wind. Oh, that's one of my favorite shots too. This one right here. All the fruits just rolling across the screen. This is also so this is I think one of the best setup scenes. This one oh gosh. I'm so curious as to whether they used a cool light up here to get this cyan tone or if it's just color grading. And then the warm manipulation here. But the contrast of this is such a beautiful shot. Oh my God. Makes me also wonder if this is light out here or if they shot this. If this is a physical light here, which is why it's bringing a bright shot into this, or if they shot this during an hour where it was sunset and so the sun is like at its peak and so it's bright. I know there's definitely a light right here because it's lighting her here. She is being lit. I'm just wondering how much of this is a mix of natural lighting and how much of this is a mix of artificial lighting because they are mixing. Again, another great coordinated shot. I also love these interior. I'm not stopping. I'm enjoying the song. I also love the interior scenes of like them like running. Like it's just a quick, simple video light. All they need is to like just run it across. Them running across. It just creates an interesting, very almost not necessarily a horror movie. Like I'm not scared and it's not dark or anything, but it does create like just a very strange emotional feeling when you see the shots of the interior like this right here. There's just a lot going on. And what does it mean? I don't know. But it just comes off like such an interesting visual art piece. It's a fantastic music video. God, I love this. Wow. I came into this with such high expectations after New World, and because Pinball was my favorite B-side on the album, and they knocked it out of the park. That is the sign of a great music video. That is the sign of a great music video director and a great video team. And the creative ideas poured into this. The creativity is off the charts. I thought New World was creative. Man, of course they would like crank it up even more so for the second title track on this. Gosh, guys, I want to know, what did you guys think of the Pinball music video? I think it is so fun. I think it is so interesting. And I don't know if boundary pushing is the right word, but it's different. It's different and it's creative. And man, you don't get too many music videos like that nowadays. And I can tell, I can feel the effort and the love put into this. This is something I felt in the Love Attack, or when I listened to Love Attack, is both sonically and music video wise. There is so much being put into this group, and not just terms of like throw money at it. No, like actual effort and care and love. And I love that so much. It really comes across to me, at least as a viewer, when I see that everything is firing on all cylinders beyond just like there's a lot of money poured into this video. It's like, no, like the team really put a lot into this. And I love that about RESCENE. It's one of my favorite parts. Guys, let me know what you thought about Pinball. If you want to check out my listening party, it is on my Patreon. Links in the description down below. You can support the channel by joining our Patreon as well as subscribing over here, checking out our other videos over here. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to Pinball. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.